Hey yo, before we start this video, smash that like button and subscribe. Why you aren't subscribed yet, bro? Why you didn't hit that like yet? Subscribe, become a big homie right now, nigga, please. Big homie gang, what's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Bighomieburns, and we back with another One Piece reaction video, man. Now look, before we start this reaction, smash that like and hit that subscribe. Become a big homie today. Now today we are about to react to the most legendary One Piece one-shots of all time. We are about to remind ourselves just how crazy some of these characters are. It only takes one hit to smash your beat. You did. Let's get straight to the video, man. Oh my god. This dude Luffy look crazy as hell. One hit.
In the ever fun world of One Piece, sometimes a single move is what it takes to leave a breathtaking impact. These one-shot moments are where the strongest characters in One Piece truly shine. So today, let's take a look at some of those awesome moments.
Oh shit, that's the big elephant with the damn the city on its back. I don't remember this.
Starting off, the Zunisha versus Jack and his crew clash has to be one of the most jaw-dropping one-shots in the history of One Piece. I mean, what was Jack really on when he thought about facing an ancient elephant that's a walking warship herself? Jack really had no idea that he was picking a fight with a living legend. Jack must have had a massive ego to believe he could take on a creature that literally carries an entire city on its back. Jack's warships, which looked like insects in front of Zunisha, were immediately destroyed upon impact with a massive trunk. I'm pretty sure for Jack, it was a devastating tsunami, but for Zunisha, it was like splashing water in the bathtub.
Dude, bro, they made Jack look so strong early on in the show. This nigga weak as hell, I'm not gonna lie. I hate this dude. So I hate all celestial dragons, bro. They're all dicks, bro. Damn, I don't remember this.
Moving on to Leo and Sai attacking the Celestial Dragon Saint Charas. You see, Celestial Dragons are so used to walking all over people, treating everyone as beneath them, and using their status as a shield. But Leo and Sai did something that would definitely make Luffy proud. Unable to control their anger towards Charas, both Leo and Sai turned him into a bowl with their one-shot attack. At this point, smacking Charas around has become a Straw Hat-approved activity. Poor Charas got some serious damage, that is, if he had a brain in the first place. Leo and Sai's one-shot shows that sometimes all it takes is one good smack to remind someone they're not above everybody else, especially if they've got the personality of a deflated balloon.
Turn that nigga to a pancake. I hate that dude so much. Brooke against Daran. I don't remember this either.
But how can we ever forget Brooke versus Daran? The stage for the fight between Brooke and Daran is set on the island of Totoland, where things are never what they seem. As Daran is giving Robin and Frankie a tough time, Brooke makes his calm yet badass entrance, unsheaths his sword, and in the blink of an eye, slices him up. The sheer speed and precision of his attack leave everyone breathless, including Daran. Watching Daran, who had been throwing around his sound-based attacks like they were nothing, suddenly get sliced and diced is the kind of instant karma that fans love to see. Something is amazing yet scary about Brooke that makes him one of the most standout characters in the entire anime.
I love Brooke so much, bro. Nigga got aura. Whitebeard, any Whitebeard attack is crazy as fuck. We need more Whitebeard. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I hope we see more Whitebeard. Look at this nigga. Bro, I need to watch
Let's talk
Marineford
about that
again.
legendary moment when Whitebeard took on John Giant, a man many times his size, and utterly one-shotted him most satisfyingly. As John starts to brag and show off, thinking he can push people around, Whitebeard stands there, calmly looking him over. The sound Whitebeard's blade makes as it scrapes against the Giant's blade is like nails on a
That nigga
chalkboard.
was
It's a
scared
sound
as
that
hell.
signals impending doom, and it's clear that John has no idea what he's about to face. But the real epicness comes when Whitebeard throws everyone, including the Giant, off balance using his powers. At that moment, the whole of Whitebeard was pure goosebumps. Whitebeard has a history of one-shotting many people, but this one just hits the spot. It's astonishing just how strong Whitebeard was, even in his old age. Just think about how powerful he must have been in his prime.
That's what I'm saying, bro. We need more footage. Look at this nigga Whitebeard literally tilting the earth. Like, bro, this nigga literally tilted the whole sea, bro. I remember that shit. Cody Jones. I need to rewatch One Piece. I know that's the fish man though. Damn.
Moving on, we have a legendary moment when Zoro finished
Zoro
Hody
is
Jones with
crazy.
his one-shot. Hody, all cocky and full of himself, is swimming around like he owns Fishman Island, thinking he can take on the world with his fishy crew. But then enters Zoro, the man with swords, the master of intimidation, and the guy who never backs down from a challenge, even when the odds seem stacked against him. With his infamous one-sword style lion strike, Zoro takes out the enemy all while being underwater. Honestly,
Damn.
only a badass like Zoro could take a fishman underwater. The way Zoro
That is
just pulls this
crazy.
off calm as ever is what makes it so satisfying. He doesn't even need a flashy show. He's all about that one clean, decisive blow. Moments like these remind us why we love the Straw Hat Swordsman and how he turns every fight into a legendary moment.
Facts. This is probably one of my favorite fights of all time in One Piece, bro. Like, bro, this fight showed why this nigga is so crazy, nigga.
Alright, it's about time Gizaru showed up and turned the
Gizaru, my
Supernovas' big
nigga.
dreams into a very painful reality check. You see, this was an amazing introduction to an admiral like Gizaru who effortlessly took out Supernovas. I mean, that wasn't even a fight. It was a straight-up execution. It actually
Right.
felt like Gizaru was high during the whole fight. It even feels like he's on autopilot, like he's not even putting in 1% of his power, and yet he's out
My
there
nigga was
annihilating
chilling.
every supernova who dares stand in his way. What makes this scene even better is Gizaru's whole vibe, chilled to the point where you wonder if he's even awake. He's got this bored look, moving at the speed of light without a shred of urgency, almost like he's bored. This moment is iconic because it takes the Supernovas, who'd been built up as serious threats, and just
Right.
flips them on their head in an instant.
Bro, this nigga was, oh my god. Like, bro, if I would have any power in One Piece, it would be this nigga power, bro. Look how swaggy this nigga look. Damn, nigga. This nigga is crazy. Finally some Luffy, let's go. Oh shit. I remember this too. Marineford. Shit. God damn.
Moving on to a moment when
Holy
Luffy punched
shit.
Kobe so hard that he travelled right into a flashback. During the entire Marineford fiasco, Kobe decided to stand in Luffy's way, attempting to stop him from reaching Ace. But no one was going to stand in Luffy's way to save his brother, and anyone who tried got a punch that they wouldn't forget. I bet Luffy hit Kobe so hard he unlocked his haki right there. And let's not forget, this is Luffy, the guy who becomes besties with people he's punched. So, in a weird way, that punch was just Luffy saying, I still care about you, Kobe, but I've got a war to win. Honestly, it's one of the best one-shots because it's classic Luffy. If nothing else, that punch was a wake-up call for Kobe. A reminder that he's got a long way to go if he wants to keep up with the big leagues. In a weird way,
I'm
it's
not
almost a
gonna
win
lie,
for him. Luffy doesn't always beat up dragons and OP characters. Sometimes he also likes to give a kid his own medicine.
He didn't have to punch him that hard though, bro. I love this. Damn! Oh my god! Oh shit!
Next up, we have another moment when
Ooh,
Whitebeard
this
absolutely
arm
destroyed
cussing.
a giant vice admiral named Ronsei. This dude is built like a tank and wearing full armor, ready to make a legendary move. But Whitebeard, he looked at him like a fly buzzing too close to his face, even though Ronsei was many times his size. The appropriate title for this move would be Whitebeard moving his left hand, because that's exactly what he did and destroyed Ronsei. Honestly, Whitebeard is so strong, he eats admirals like Ronsei for breakfast. You know, even though we all know Whitebeard is incredibly strong, it still still mind-blowing to see him casually toss a giant off his ship with one hand, as if he were just flicking away a crumpled piece of paper. After this, all the Navy soldiers, including the admirals, must have realized that rushing into a fight with this old monster would be a terrible idea. This is hands down one of the most badass moments of Whitebeard in the entire series.
Was this after he got stabbed? That nigga threw a giant off his fucking shit like it was nothing. Zoro versus Monet. I don't remember this either. Like, damn.
The legendary moment when Zoro took down Monet with a single slice, proving once again that he's not just an ordinary swordsman, he's an absolute beast. During the Punk Hazard arc, Zoro comes across a snow woman with a cute face and crazy abilities. She thinks that she can take on Zoro. The best part, Zoro didn't even break a sweat finishing her off. He leaves behind a bewildered Monet, who's now...
L edits, big homies. I know. My camera died, aka my phone. I'm doing all this off the phone, by the way. But the grind don't stop. Let's get back to the reaction, dog.
Proving once again that he's not just an ordinary swordsman, he's an absolute beast. During the Punk Hazard arc, Zoro comes across a snow woman with a cute face and crazy abilities. She thinks that she can take on Zoro. The best part, Zoro didn't even break a sweat finishing her off. He leaves behind a bewildered Monet, who's now nothing but a frozen memory. I love how Zoro plays mind games here. He lets the enemy know he can use haki, but he chooses to end the fight without even using it, which I guess is just a flex on its own. He said calmly and honestly, just because I don't kill you doesn't mean I won't. This is honestly one of the most intimidating Zoro scenes in the entire series, and that line was just cold. He doesn't really need to make a badass entrance. He can do that while he's already present.
Oh my god. I can't watch dub, like, bro, I cannot watch dub One Piece. I mean, it's okay sometimes, but like, bro, sub will never be defeated on One Piece, bro. Sub is probably, I mean, One Piece is probably the only anime that I watch sub in. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, big homies. Let's get straight back into it. Shout out my nigga Jun Bay. Was this
and we also have Jun Bay, who one-shotted Moria in a way that shook him up good. Jun Bay proved to be very fast for his size, as mentioned by Moria himself. When the moment arrives, with a swift and powerful movement, Jun Bay uses his fishman karate to deliver a massive blow. The impact is so strong that it sends Moria reeling back, proving that you can't just play with shadows when there's a giant fishman ready to knock some sense into you. The way he moves shows both strength and grace, proving he's not just a big guy, but also a skilled fighter. And honestly, Jun Bay is one of those people in One Piece who looks cool no matter what he does. But after this scene, Jun Bay solidifies his role in the One Piece universe even more, making him one of the fan favorite characters in the series.
Nah, yeah, bro. I got Luffy, Zoro, Jun Bay right there, bro. Number 3.
We mentioned this one earlier. We had to talk about it, didn't we?
Another
Remember
classic
when Luffy
moment.
punched the celestial dragon Charas? This is hands down one of One Piece's most legendary moments. Luffy storms into the human auctioning house to save Kami, and just when he's about to act, Charas cruelly shoots Hachan to show his power, hoping to enslave him. But Luffy, he's done with this nonsense. With fire in his eyes, he ignores the chaos, marches up to Charas and lands a punch that sends him flying just like a ragdoll. Honestly, Charas got off way too easy. He could have easily ended up permanently disabled after that punch. The entire audience is left stunned, jaws dropped, because that moment is nothing short of legendary. Luffy just made one of the biggest statements of defiance in the world of One Piece, proving that he won't let anyone push his friends around. This moment cemented Luffy as the rawest dude in the verse.
I remember watching this for the first time, like, please punch that nigga, bro. Like, bro, celestial dragon. My nigga just dodged bullets? Oh my god, this was before he had hockey too, man. Like, Big Mom versus Page 1? I don't remember this. Oh my god.
Then there's Page 1. Poor guy, who's just another notch on Big Mom's impressive belt of defeated foes in One Piece. During the Wild Onigashima raid, he stumbled right into the path of the Yonko of the Sea, and let me tell you, he was about to learn a lesson in humility the hard way. With a single strike, powered by the terrifying color of the Supreme King, Big Mom sent Page 1 flying. He thought his ancient Zoan Devil Fruit would have given him some edge, but against the sheer might of Big Mom, Absolutely not. You gotta hand it to Big Mom. She really knows how to teach a lesson in humility. Lesson learned. Never mess with the Big Mom when she's in mother mode. Never attack anyone who's nice to her. And I mean, didn't Page One realize she's literally called an Emperor of the Sea like his big boss Kaido?
Exactly. Where is Big Mom now, though? Like, bro, this dude Zoro is just so sexy, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Moving on to the beautiful moment when Zoro absolutely destroyed Papu like a boss with a single slash of his sword. This is one of the only times when we saw Zoro seriously angry. He feels just like Luffy when he gets angry, but is literally 20 times stronger. During this epic moment, Zoro moves so fast that he forgot to give his attack any name. It's one of those times when you know the rage is taking over them. Zoro really showed just how tough he is in this scene. It's no surprise though, especially when you consider that his friends were in danger and getting hurt. You can always count on Zoro to step up and fight hard when it matters the most. Today's lesson, when Zoro stops running and starts walking, you know things are gonna get serious.
Facts.
Yo, samurai! Come, sorry!
Goldie Roger versus Odin. I don't remember this either. You know what, bro? It's time to just rewatch the whole show. At this point, like, bro, I forgot hella shit.
Next up is the epic moment when Goldie Roger defeated Odin with a single strike. Odin literally felt like a freight train when he charged against Goldie Roger, but Roger is just on another level. He punched Odin with such incredible force that he sent him crashing through 6 trees as he flew away. It was a punch that not only knocked Odin back, but also left a trail of destruction in its wake. I mean, talk about packing a punch. You could practically hear the trees screaming as they were obliterated. I mean, can you imagine being the poor tree? They didn't even see it coming. Also, isn't it funny how they met for just about 20 seconds and they already look like best friends while trying to fight each other? It's like they instantly got along, even though they were trying to take each other down.
And it's the fact that this nigga Roger didn't even have like a desert, like a fruit or anything. If it gets Bellamy, I hate Bellamy. This moment is up there in the fucking you know what I'm saying, top 10 moments too in One Piece.
In the unpredictable world of the Grand Line, countless pirates are strutting around, convinced they're the strongest on the seas. Enter Bellamy, the self-proclaimed hyena who doesn't waste a moment dissing Luffy the instant they cross paths. He laughs at Luffy's dreams and mocks his ambition. At first, Luffy doesn't feel the need to engage. After all, why waste his time on someone like Bellamy? But then, everything changes. When Bellamy goes too far by beating up Luffy's friends and swiping their hard-earned gold, Luffy can't just stand by idly anymore. It's time to show this wannabe tough guy what real strength looks like. Little does Bellamy know he's about to face a serious reality check. With a single, effortless punch, Luffy sends Bellamy crashing to the ground, leaving everyone in shock. What's even more impressive is Luffy doesn't even need to unleash his rubber powers or announce a fancy attack name. It's a jaw-dropping moment that's not just satisfying for Luffy, but also a huge wake-up call for all the other pirates watching. They're forced to realize that this laid-back guy who seems so carefree is destined to become the Pirate King.
Bro, and this was dang Luffy before hockey, bro. Like, my nigga was, bro, he wasn't laughing, made no jokes or nothing. This was their first fight. My nigga one-shot Luffy, bro. And this nigga was strong during this moment too.
Gear 5 and had powers to rival the gods, he was but a humble Gear 4 user. Unfortunately though, Gear 4 stood no chance against the strongest creature in the world, Kaido. Luffy thought he was fairly equipped to fight an emperor after his recent fight with Katakuri, but turns out the emperors are in a different league altogether. Kaido proved that difference in strength when he used a single Thunder Bagua to incapacitate Luffy. This moment wasn't just cool because of a one-hit KO, but what made the moment especially awesome to watch was that it was a move from an emperor. And to top it all off, Kaido didn't just one-shot any character, he one-shotted Luffy, the literal main character of the series. Luffy lost a bunch of times in the series, but he rarely got one-shotted. It also signified how much Luffy had to grow if he hoped to take on Kaido, which resulted in our hero undergoing advanced Conqueror's Haki training to boost himself to a level where he could finally compete.
One-shotted the main character, dude. I just got done watching this one. My nigga Shanks. This one shot had me. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little horny when I got done watching this. I'm not gonna lie. Real
At
talk.
the top of the list, we have Shanks breaking down Kid. Eustace Kid had the audacity to enter an Emperor's territory and pick a fight with him. Too bad for Kid, but he severely overestimated the power of his crew. When Kid attacked the red-haired pirates, all it took was one member of the opposing crew to decimate the Kid pirates. It was an absolute amazing one-shot moment as we saw Shanks use one of his named attacks. And that attack was none other than the Divine Departure, an attack formerly used by the Pirate King Goldie Roger. It was absolutely divine to see that power come on display with Shanks as its wielder, while Kid stood absolutely no chance against it. Remember that this pirate was someone who fought against Big Mom for a long time and eventually defeated her with help, but the shot proved that Shanks was in a league of his own.
And it's the fact that Shanks looked in the future, bro. Like, bro, that shit was crazy as hell.
With that, we'll be wrapping up some of the best one-shot moments in One Piece. If you enjoyed watching this video, you might want to check this one out.
Hey, man, W video. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I didn't know One Piece had this many one-shot moments, but it just shows how crazy like the power rankings are in this show, bro. I love this show, bro. Like the video if y'all want more One Piece reactions. And like I always say, and we living life like a video.
So we living life like